Now then, let's start in Geneva. The Chinese President Xi Jinping is in Switzerland for a series of high-level talks. He was received by the new UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres at the Palace of Nations. In his keynote address to the United Nations office, the Chinese president said that the world is in an era of challenges and risks like terrorism, and the only way to overcome them is for all nations to work together. China has taken up a key pillar in the international community. The UN Secretary-General mentioned that China has taken up a range of development projects and taken part in preventive diplomacy as well. In light of the ongoing conflict in Syria, the president announced that China will provide humanitarian assistance to Syrian refugees.
The number of refugees has hit a record high since the end of the Second World War. While tackling the crisis, we should also get to its roots. Why would anyone want to be displaced if they have a home to return to? UNHCR and the International Organization for Migration should act as the coordinator to mobilize the whole world to respond effectively to the refugee crisis. China has decided to provide an additional 200 million yuan of humanitarian assistance for refugees and the displaced of Syria. As terrorism and the refugee crisis are closely linked to geopolitical conflicts, resolving conflicts provides the fundamental solution to such problems. Parties directly involved should return to the negotiating table, and other parties should work to facilitate talks for peace. And we should all respect the role the UN plays as the main channel for mediation. Pandemic diseases such as bird flu, Ebola, and Zika have sounded the alarm for international health security. The WHO should play a leadership role in strengthening epidemic monitoring and sharing of information, practices, and technologies. The international community should step up support and assistance for public health in African countries and other developing countries.